Hey everyone, and welcome back to Joy at Work. It's Friday, March 26, 2021. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe, and maybe the weather is changing wherever you are, like it's changing here in Georgia. Come on, spring. So, if you've followed my last couple of videos, we've been talking about strengths and weaknesses with a lot of focus on strengths. And I've referred to Drucker's saying that we cannot operate from a position of weakness to be excellent. We have to operate from a position of strength. And we've talked about self awareness, we've talked about being patient, we've talked about uh, committing to getting better at what we do. I've shared information about psychometric tools and how, while they may point you in a direction, they're not good enough to get you where you want to go. So we've talked a lot about strengths, but today I want to really begin to talk about weaknesses and how important weaknesses can be. And I think as a society, we've indexed on talking about strengths and a strengths focus because for so long in workplaces, people will just pound people on their weaknesses. And we know that bad is stronger than good. We've heard the stat that for every one negative comment you make to somebody, you need to give them five positive comments if you're going to balance it out. Hear that? One negative comment needs five positive comments to balance it out. So we've shifted away to really talking about strengths, and I think that that's important because it's crucial, vital that people find opportunities that accentuate the things they're good at. We talked about that, right? Find jobs and opportunities and positions that really accentuate the things that you're good at. And we even talked about in that conversation the need to make sure that those things that are critical for your job that you're not that good at, that you work on them. But then the reality is no one excels at everything, right? No one has all the talents and skills in the world, even though some people might come across like they do, or some people have worked on certain things so much that they've gotten better at those things. The reality is nobody has it all. And for some folks, it doesn't really even matter how hard they work at a thing. It- their level of performance will be capped just because that's something that they're not naturally good at. And so, what do you do about this, especially when it's a weakness that if you don't manage can derail you, can make you unsuccessful. Like let's say you're not a detail oriented person. That's just really not who you are, and you're not very analytical, and that might work for you most of the time. But when you get big projects or assignments, as an example, that require a lot of analysis or require you to pay attention to detail, and that's not a strength of yours, what do you do? Well, you can try to improve it, try to work on it a little bit. That's important. But for me, I think the best thing to do is to surround yourself with people that complement you and don't go it alone, right? Look for people that are strong in those areas where you're not strong and have them focus on those things to help you. And this is important. Sometimes we think it's all about what can I do by myself, but like the African proverb says, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go with a group. So surround yourself with talent. I've always talked about this in these videos about, being part of a sports team, like a soccer team. You recognize that other people are good at other parts of the game, and for your team to succeed, you need that diversity. When you think about requisite variety in a complex adaptive system, you think about the fact that you need a full complement of skills to be successful. And so, as an individual, self awareness is important because you need to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not great at these things. And then have the humility to follow up and say, I'm going to find people, I'm going to work with people, I'm going to ask somebody to help me because they're much better at this. Maybe you're not the most creative person when it comes to putting things on paper. Find somebody who's creative. Maybe you're not the most greatest with words. Find somebody who's good with words. Maybe you're not detail oriented. Whatever it is, right? No one's got all the talents, no one's got all the skills. We have weaknesses, and we have weaknesses that if we don't keep them in check can really get in the way of being successful. So the antidote to that, in my experience, is surrounding yourself with people who help you be better and who you help be better as well. So don't go it alone. Go with others. Surround yourself with people that make you better, make you stronger, and in some sense, maybe cover your weaknesses. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Again, stay safe. See you soon. Bye.